Welcome to Reading Maze, our interactive reading tool and digital classroom. Reading Maze is built by an international team with a wide variety of backgrounds, from artificial intelligence to education to speech-language research. So over the last couple of decades, we have witnessed, alongside a surge of the internet, to an increase of usage of technology that comes with it. But how does this correlate to the school setting? Well, a survey of almost 17,000 teachers and administrators have an overwhelmingly positive opinion on how digital learning has impacted student achievement. This has led to an increase of the degree of which digital learning has been incorporated into schools and school districts' teaching and learning strategies. But despite this, there seems to be a middling opinion on whether digital learning has made instructors more effective at teaching. Why is that? Well, digital learning faces a wide variety of challenges that still impact teachers and students to this day. This includes accessibility, this includes a lack of interactivity, and this includes sometimes just an overwhelming amount of complexity of the app. Thus, digital learning has given our next generation more independence and variety when it comes to learning, but still it lacks interaction and collaboration. Thus, that brings us to our purpose. We are aiming to develop a research-based digital education tool for students, therapists, teachers, and parents to aid in literacy and speech education, with the goal of being inclusive and accessible. Thus, what is Reading Maze? Reading Maze is a digital educational tool for students, therapists, and parents to aid in literacy and speech education, which allows them to interact with written documents by equipping them with accessibility tools. But why? Studies have shown that nearly 15% of students live with some form of attention disorder or speech disorder. Including autism and other neurodivergences, this number skyrockets. Current education, curriculum, and tools do not account for these divergent learning needs. Thus, we aim to cater to therapists, teachers, and parents to use our tool with clients, kids, and students in order to develop better speech and literacy skills. And what drives us is that the need to communicate, to feel connection, is the cornerstone of what makes us human. We aim to help people engage with the world around them. What better way than to use the digital space? Now you might be wondering, aren't there other digital learning tools in this space? Well, we've done a relatively detailed competitive analysis on some of our competitors, including Little Bee Speech, Leapfrog, and Raz Reading. And the takeaways from our analysis is that these tools are oftentimes extremely pricey, inaccessible, or just generally have limited interactive features. And this is often due to being backed by educators, but still lacking technical advisors and updated modern research. So that brings us to Reading Maze. So we have developed a highly visually website that provides a lot of feedback and a lot of interactivity for both students and instructors. This caters to our main tool, which is our active reading tool, which combines reading alongside visual elements and speech elements and audio elements to create a diverse learning experience that is incredibly interactive. Furthermore, we allow teachers, instructors, therapists, parents in order to create entire lessons and sessions all in one place in one single tool. And despite all of these features, it is a very simple tool to use, where all you need to do is enter a room code or a link, Add your name, and then you're in. Lastly, the sessions can be saved for future use, be it for instructors to reuse or to keep notes on the students, or for students to come back to these sessions for the future. Now we will say that our tool is very dedicated to the future. We are aiming for speech language support and active reading skills, with remote accessibility for wide availability. What does this mean in the long term? Well, our tool is incredibly affordable and scalable, with only a technical cost of a few $100s over the course of a few years, even with a high demand of thousands of teachers and users. We aim to have continued development in order to build more features in order to tackle the more inclusive education on a global scale. From multilingual learning to speech therapy to just general interactive digital classrooms, we believe this tool can evolve to tackle all of these contexts and needs. So our current iteration of our tool is not perfect. Some documents aren't perfectly parsed and displayed. Our dictionary is very limited at the current moment. I think we only have definitions, pronunciations for about 100,000 words. And we aim, and this is limited due to the fact that we are using the dictionary.com dictionary. But what do we have in store for the future? What are some of the things that we're currently developing in order to alleviate these pain points? Well, initially, the next step is we are aiming to provide a level of intimacy, an additional level of interactivity through video and voice chat. We aim to have customizable settings in order to allow instructors and parents more ability in order to customize the interactive teaching session. Lastly, on a more technical side, we aim to have AI analysis of documents. We aim to expand the dictionary through data analytic techniques. And we aim to expand Little Reading Ways support to include other languages besides English. Thus, our takeaways is that we want to be inclusive, and in the digital space, we believe that learning should be fun, engaging, and interactive. And we believe that we can deliver a low-cost solution on a global scale. Thus, thank you for listening, and we invite you to visit our website in order to try the tool yourself. Thank you very much.